Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the round of 8 here in the Team Liquid Legacy Star League Season 2. We are down to our last 8 players, 1 lonely Protoss, I believe 3 Terrans, and 5 vicious Zerg players remaining. So, this will be spread across 2 days, so today I'm going to do the first 2 matches. It's going to be Sziky versus eOnzErG and Skyline versus Julia. And then tomorrow I will do the other 2 matches of Terror versus Michael, I believe, and Draw versus Technics. So, actually, I have this handy-dandy graphic you can see here, all of the matchups once again. So, just like last season, we have an abundance of Zergs. Actually, even worse than last season. We have 5 Zergs instead of 4. But that's alright. I'm still hopeful. I'm still hopeful to not end up like a certain unfortunate MSL. Anyway, having said that, first match I'm going to be doing is the ZVZ between none other than the defending champion himself, Sziky, who is, I would still say, basically undisputably the top foreigner. Although he has shown weakness, he did show some weakness last weekend where he actually got 2-0'd by eOnzErG in the Defiler tournament. So this is going to be a rematch from last weekend. I don't actually know if they've played since then, because after eOnzErG, because that was in the winners bracket of Defiler, and after eOnzErG knocked Sziky down to the losers bracket, that's what it's called. Sziky subsequently got knocked out and didn't make it back to the final, so they didn't play again in that tournament. So eOnzErG 2-0 versus Sziky in the last however many days, and that's like the first time I've seen Sziky lose a ZVZ series in God knows how long. Maybe he lost one to one of the Korean Zergs in Defiler a while ago. Possibly. I have a feeling he might have lost to a Korean Zerg before, but definitely not to a foreigner. And the crazy thing about Sziky is, like, you know, even in ZVZ you say, oh, well, you know, it's a mirror matchup and it's very volatile, you can have build order counters and whatnot. But Sziky is kind of like, I guess, the J-Dom of the foreign scene, where I've seen so many games where he comes back from build order deficits in ZVZ, it's actually mind-boggling. I remember eOnzErG actually, maybe a month or so ago, maybe a little bit more, was quite frustrated losing to Sziky non-stop in ZVZ. He almost just gave up playing Defiler turns entirely. He was just like, oh, well, if Sziky plays, there's no point in me playing. So yeah, that was quite funny. But as I said, he did take 2 games off him last weekend, or was it the weekend before? No, it was last weekend, I think. So it's very exciting. Anyway, alright, first game is going to be on NeoJade here. These are best of 5 series. We're now in a single elimination bracket, so the winner of this best of 5 will go on to the semifinals. Yeah, just a quick rundown of the maps. It'll be NeoJade, followed by, what's the 2-player map again? Matchpoint, that's the one. NeoJade, Matchpoint, Wind & Cloud, Outsider, and then Fighting Spirit, of course. The #1 map, the best map of all time, coming up last. Oh yeah, one quick thing, by the way, because I think the Twitch chat still isn't working. Let me just double check this. But yes, if you find yourself struggling to speak or something, or you just want to spam somewhere, go to the live report thread, teamliquid.net. Look for the live report thread. It's in the sidebar under Broodor Tournaments. There's probably a link to it from the front page as well if you click to the TLS thingamajig. So yes, you can talk about things there. Anyway, so I think we are ready for game #1. It is going to be Sziky versus eOnzErG on NeoJade. Here we go. Alright, game #1 at the top left as the blue Zerg, we have Sziky. The bottom left as the orange Zerg, playing under the Innovation ID. Once again, we have eOnzErG. At least I assume this is eOnzErG and not some random guy called Innovation just smurfing as eOnzErG. That would be quite amusing. Although I guess we'd sort of see immediately if he wasn't a high-level Zerg. Yeah, so I mean, it's quite funny. This is actually a rematch from last season's semifinals, where Sziky actually 3-1'd eOnzErG in some fairly one-sided games. I think eOnzErG actually had build order advantage in at least one of the games that he did lose. I mean, he at least took one game, but yeah, Sziky proved a bit too strong there. But we shall see what Mr. eOnzErG has in store now. I know eOnzErG's been practicing hard for this, as shown by his recent Defiler tournament win. But unfortunately for him, he did get the short end of the stick in the spawning location. So as you can see from the Overlord's scouting patterns, Sziky's Overlord is going to be able to see eOnzErG first here. And eOnzErG has gone for an overpull. Sziky meanwhile has gone for a 9 pull with a gas, with an actual gas, not just doing a gas trick. So so I would say eOnzErG. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Actually, is this a 9 pull? Oh, I'm sorry. It's actually a 9 pull from eOnzErG as well. I just assumed it was an overpull. My bad. Okay, it's a 9 pull for both players. Well, I mean, you know, it's a ZVZ series that I'm casting. Gotta start the day right. Gotta start off with some miscalled builds. Standard. You know, and it's at times like these that I'm thankful. Oh no, the chat works again. Damn. I was just gonna say I'm thankful that the chat isn't working, so I can't see like 50 people tell me how wrong I am. And then Twitch TV just decides to make the chat work. Ugh! Scumbag Twitch TV. Doesn't work when I'm trying to start the stream. Starts working when I make my first huge blunder of the cast. Oh, man. And I can't even BM them too, because they're our sponsors. Oh, this is terrible. I feel like Neo from The Matrix, where Mr. Smith just like seals his lips together. He's like trying to scream, be like, "Arrgh, Twitch TV!" But I can't say anything, because my mouth is sewn shut. Anyway. So, Overlord guy from Sziky sees these links coming out from eOnzErG. And since they've gone for mirror builds and Sziky gets the first scout, that's a pretty tremendous advantage. Now it looks like he went, or both went for speed, and then Lair. Sziky's Lair is actually a hair faster. eOnzErG, he's getting trapped. He's getting trapped. He tried to come in at a good angle. He did a good micro, by the way. He just killed one of Sziky's links and didn't lose a single one of his own. Unfortunately, he can't get out anymore. Oh, get out! Ooh! Oh man, eOnzErG, sick. I think he might lose one anyway. Yeah, he's still gonna lose one, but I don't know. That was some pretty cool control, and he's also just snuck 2 links right by Sziky. I don't know why Sziky's just ignoring these. I guess he thinks, or I guess he's just gonna leave it to the reinforcing links. Yeah, he is. And now link speed does finish for both players. Yeah, it looks like they both do have link speed. And now Sziky's the one. Oh, Sziky's the one getting trapped. But again, not quite able to finish off that one link here. And since they do have speed, it's going to be tricky to catch up. It looks like eOnzErG didn't commit with those 2 links. Saw that Sziky was saving links in his base, so he just kind of kept them back a little bit. In the meantime, we do have the Spire on the way now for Sziky. We can see eOnzErG is just a few seconds behind here. And are these links gonna escape? Not quite. Gonna bite the dust here. So Sziky with a couple of lings ahead of his opponent, and the Spire a few seconds ahead as well. But you know, with the distance between the bases, I don't think that's really going to matter. Anyway, so it looks like eOnzErG is just going to chill inside his base. Sziky is moving out, but I doubt he'll be able to break the ramp, even though it is a reverse ramp. eOnzErG, you can see, setting up a nice arc. One thing he needs to be careful is if Sziky just runs in when the arc isn't finished, and he's not paying attention, and just like all the links go in. Because Sziky's just done that so many times to other people. Ooh, cute. Zergling dancing? That awkward dance of success? Failure? Maybe I should click some of these links so we can see how much HP they have. They're actually not that very damaged. Oh! eOnzErG got one. He got one. Suck it, Sziky. Suck it! Oh, looks like no one micro is just gonna go for it. It's probably not a good idea. eOnzErG's got fewer links. He needs to get a better engagement. Ooh! I gotta say, eOnzErG looks like he's trading favorably every single time. Look at this! eOnzErG is definitely trading favorably here. He definitely started with way fewer lings, and now he's got more. And Sziky's goofing off a little bit just to buy some time. But eOnzErG, man, that's some good control right there. I can't believe eOnzErG just out-microed Sziky lings. I didn't think that was physically possible, but that just happened. Oh my god, eOnzErG. This guy, I don't know what he's been drinking. I mean, he's been working out or something. He must just like, you know, like take protein shakes, but instead of drinking the protein shakes, he injects them into his fingers. So right now his fingers are just like, you know, 5 inches thick. And he's just like, you know, microing like crazy. And oh my god, he's got 3 lings now in Sziky's base. Is he going to get a drone kill? It doesn't look like he's targeting them on the same drone though, so a bit of wasted effort there right at the end. He could have got 1 drone, but it looked like those 2 lings at the end were definitely attacking different Zerglings. However, it looks like eOnzErG might get a free Overlord kill here, which could be quite huge, although it looks like he's not quite ready to commit all the way to the side, because if he does, obviously, his main base will be open and Sziky could go in and just snipe a bunch of drones. So eOnzErG wisely not going for it, but he is tailing it with his own Overlord. He's got to be a little bit careful, though, because if they get too far across the map, it'll kind of turn the tables, and Sziky will be able to take down this Overlord. Yeah, so you can see eOnzErG's not going to turn around. He doesn't want to get too far up there. In the meantime, so both players, about even spot. Looks like eOnzErG did a supply trick here to sneak an extra Muta out faster, and it looks like now eOnzErG does actually kill that Overlord. So eOnzErG with the Overlord advantage, and we can see Sziky immediately going for the counterattack, but eOnzErG right on his heels. I don't think Sziky will really get too much of a window here, but he does have a pair of Scourge, which eOnzErG does not, so eOnzErG has to be a little bit careful. 1 drone does fall. Are there any more drones going to fall here? Oh man, these drones are very vulnerable here. eOnzErG really does not want to take the Scourge hit. It doesn't look like he did not take, I don't think either of those Scourges, but he did take 2 follow-on Scourge. Now, does he have enough here? Does eOnzErG have enough Muta? It looks like Sziky's going to pull back a little bit, but it looks like Sziky has more for sure. Oh my god, Sziky with a massive advantage here in the end, just with those Scourge hits. And now eOnzErG is just in serious trouble here, losing yet another drone here, losing a 3rd drone. I don't think eOnzErG can catch up anymore. And eOnzErG, I mean, he might hold off here. Probably not without any Scourge. Yeah, it looks like eOnzErG is dead. GG from eOn, and Sziky takes game number 1 despite being in some trouble there. I don't even know what just happened. I mean, alright, let's think about this. So eOnzErG out-microed Sziky on the ground with the lings. He got 3 lings into Sziky's base. Unfortunately, he didn't snipe a drone. He definitely should have gotten a drone there, but he didn't. So, mistargeted, that's one small mistake, but that's okay, because he won on the ground anyway. And then they had, like, even Muta count the entire way up to 25 supply. eOnzErG, I think, should have gotten an extra Muta out because he did the supply trick, although I didn't quite check Sziky at that point. And then he killed one of Sziky's Overlords, and then they came back and they fought before eOnzErG lost anything. So when they fought, Sziky was supply blocked, and they should have had the same number of things, except Sziky had 2 Scourge instead of 1 Muta, or something like that. So, yeah, I guess Sziky... Oh, and the first 2 Scourge didn't even hit. So I'm pretty sure neither of the first 2 Scourge hit. The second 2 Scourge, though, I think he got those hits off. And I guess because eOnzErG was, like, goofing off trying to avoid the first 2 Scourge, maybe he took a couple more Muta shots or something. Anyway, it was very, very close. But, man, Sziky... I mean, to be fair, Sziky did have the scouting advantage from the beginning, so he should have had an advantage the whole time. Anyway, alright, so yeah, let's go on to